two alpha titans.
Who bows to who?
Kong bows to no one.
The world needs Kong.
There's something provoking into war.
Alright guys, what is going on? Today's video, we are going to talk about built versus bought and why I actually basically built everything in my Ram. From almost like everything in this Ram is basically not stock anymore, to a built vehicle. Obviously something like a TRX, or I'm going to say basically go with a TRX, because the TRX is the first real truck that has like built suspension, trans, everything from the factory. And you know why I didn't really go that route of buying one compared to why I built my truck. But yeah, so that's the video we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to do something we haven't done in a little bit. Get a cold start in my truck so you can hear it if you guys are new to the channel. I'll go over everything about my truck and stuff like that in a minute, but we're going to get a cold start in the Ram, and then we're going to go over, you know, why I built what I built, and was it a better move than actually buying a truck from the factory, or a car, or even a car from the factory already ready to rock and roll. So let's get a cold start, guys, and then we'll talk in the video. Alright guys, well, here it is. This is my 2014 Ram 1500. It is a quad cab 4-door, and it is 4x4, but I debadged everything, so in case you guys are wondering, it's not 2-wheel drive, it is 4-wheel drive. Now, like I said before, one of the main reason, the number one main reason I actually started building this before obviously the TRX even came out or anything like that. But why build this instead of just going out and get a high performance truck from the factory? There's a bunch of reasons why. Number one is probably the price. Like the TRX is 100 grand. You want to get something from the factory with a supercharger and all that kind of stuff, guys. I'll show you what I have under my hood. This is actually a 6.4. This used to be a 5.7, but right now we have a and it's a forged 6.4. Like, this motor can handle well over 1,000 horsepower. Everything is completely built on this thing. 6.4. That's just the motor side, guys. Like, nothing is really stock on this anymore, except for maybe like a couple small things, which I'll go over. But you know, if you're gonna go and go out and do a vehicle and fully build it up to compete with something that comes from the factory built, it's going to cost a lot of money, and not everyone has that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money, so I had to do what I could do between my YouTube revenue, my job, and what I can get to make, you know, my Ram, you know, fast, because I like fast. I like trucks. I love trucks. I'm a truck guy, but I'm a car guy as well, so I like going fast. And basically, why not have the best of both worlds? Off-road, you know, my truck is lowered. It's a 2.4. You can probably see that from here, in case you don't want to know. Suspension, we have upgraded shocks. We have an upgraded rear. It is a Detroit True Track rear. And I don't know if you can see, we drag race this thing. So, boost gauge for the supercharger. Obviously, that's our air fuel. Obviously, everything's out of here right now. This usually comes out. I haven't actually taken the center console out for racing. Tailgate comes off for racing. And wheels, tires. These are the stock ones. I had to do some stuff over the weekend. As you see, we got front skinnies, and we got some big old, yeah, I actually even did a 15-inch conversion on this truck and got some big old 15-inch Mickeys. Now, number one thing, like I said, is money. And, you know, to do exact powertrain of a TRX, or what the TRX can handle from the factory compared to what these can handle from the factory, is a massive difference. Now, between my motor and supercharger, I can actually make a lot more power than a stock TRX's bottom end. And the Raptor R that's coming to come out, that's a GT500. They can make power. They can make some big power, but my motor is actually forged, completely forged, bigger blower, so we can make more power. The biggest advantage between them vehicles is their drivetrain. Like, unless I do something crazy drivetrain wise, I'm not going to be able to compete with how much power the drivetrain can hold unless I upgrade my complete drivetrain. Yes, I upgraded to a Detroit True Track, but that's just the differential. The pinion, the gears, the axles, all that stuff. Once you get in that high horsepower, like I'm talking 800 to 1,000, then you're going to really need to look at spending some money to upgrade that. Now, if I'm looking just to upgrade to the TRX's power, or like I said, that 700 power, you don't need to upgrade that. The True Track I would recommend doing no matter what, but your stock axles will hold, and the True Track will work. You're not going to break nothing. The pinion, like I said, the only two guys have really broken their pinion, and that's Jason Durea and Matt Fikak of Guage Performance. They were all running big boy power, and they broke theirs. I don't even know how much power I'm making right now, but I know right now I am a lot faster than the TRX. I was a lot faster than the TRX when I did my 5.7. I'll throw up my fastest 5.7 pass for you guys real quick. Now that 5.7 was that 5.7 pass was stock bottom end. As you can see, the weather was amazing. We were on race gas, and we're about 8.5 pounds of boost then. We are cammed. It had ported heads in the 5.7, long tube headers. The drivetrain's basically all the same. I do have a big stall in this, and some people, some guys said don't put a big stall with a Whipple. I stayed with it. I had the big stall from NA, and I stayed with it with the Whipple. And before I even hit the gas, before it even moves, I'm actually launching it almost full PSI. And with the 15-inch conversion, the big Mickeys on there, it dead hooks if you got a good track. I'm a very heavy vehicle, not as heavy as a TRX. I'm not going to, they're 6,300. Me full weight with everything back in it and stuff is probably around the 57-ish range. I'm sorry, 55-ish range. It was like 53-ish, but we added a 200-pound blower and all the other stuff. Well, the blower's about 150, so, I weighed this thing. It was 5350, so about 150, about 5,500 pounds without me. So weight, TRX is a lot heavier. The Raptor R that's going to be coming out, a lot heavier. It's going to be, I think, probably 6,000 pounds or something like that. They're big, heavy off-road vehicles. They're wide body. They're fully leather. They got all the goodies in them. I don't have all that in this. You know what I mean? I got a cloth-seated thing, bing, bang, bang, whatever. But like I said, the main thing that they have is that drivetrain. They have a Dana 60 rear, the axles, the front diff, their transfer case, their transmission. All that can handle well over 1,000 horsepower, and it's been done by multiple guys. And that's stock, you know what I mean? They just put some bolt-ons and some power into their engine, and bam, them TRXs are making some big boy power. Now, a stock TRX, what are they making? 600 to the wheels, something around that nature. And the fastest stock one is 11.9 by Matt Fikak. Most of the guys are running 12.5, 12.3s, around that area. They probably could hit the 11.9s in great weather. Most of them are running shitty weather. Boosted vehicles, obviously, they need that boost weather. That's why they call it boost weather. That cold weather makes a massive difference. I dropped almost half a second difference from my personal best on my 5.7 to my, middle of July, or middle of July heat. It was like 11.2 was my best 5.7. think I ran like an average 11.6 to an 11.7 in the really hot weather. Now the 6.4 I have now, it has potential. We're running about 13 and a half pounds of boost. We are not on any race gas. We are on a very conservative tune, and I'll tell you this, already we are faster than I was on race gas in the cold weather on MS-109. But we haven't had any clean passes yet because I'm having some issues, which sucks with being fuel system, mainly fuel system issues, and spinning really bad. When I went to the track last time, I was spinning horrendously at ATCO. Last time at Cecil, we dead hooked, but we were misfiring up top, so it was tuning issues there, tuning and fuel system. So we had to adjust some things. So we're not fully dialed in, so don't, you know. But right now, the way the truck sits, if we went down the track in great weather and dead hooked, we're gonna easily run 10 on pump gas. Easily run 10s. I think we got 10.7s, 10.8s the way it sits, and that's on a very conservative tune. Low timing. We are not high timing at all. And you know, so once Jay actually turns the timing up on pump gas, we got, in my opinion, we're gonna have a mid 10-second truck on pump gas. That's what I think we can do. The motor can easily handle it. Hopefully the trans, like I have a stock transmission. That's one of the only things stock in here. The front drive shed, the front differential, all that front is stock, except for the suspension. But the front diff is stock, the drive shed, all the front stuff is stock. Like I said, the upgraded differential rear, True Track, you're not going to break the True Track itself. Like I said, you can like destroy your gears or pinion or axles, yes. But the True Track itself, because it does not have spider gears, it has helical gears. You're not going to break that thing. That thing's made to take ridiculous power. So, like I said, the main thing the TRX has over me is their drivetrain. And don't get me wrong, I would love to have that drivetrain in the TRX. We both have four-wheel drive. Like on the street, as you see, I do skinnies and big meets in the rear for the track. But on the street, when I'm running these 20s and stock tires and stuff, I four-wheel drive launch this thing. It still spins all four, like obviously, pretty good too. But, you know, it'll spin all four and go at the same time because it's four-wheel drive. So when I'm at the street at a light and somebody wants to play with me, I just hit my little four-wheel drive lock button and just launch the crap out of them. So that's their main thing that they have over me. But you can really build these things up. But it's, like I said, it's going to take some money. Rick Spillman, Just to Work Truck on Instagram, check him out. He's doing huge things with his Ram. He had a four-door Ram. First four-door Ram, the Run 11's NA, and then he went out and bought himself a blue single cab Ram and completely turned that thing to a race truck. Fastest NA, I think it is the fastest modern truck out there. He went 9.4s. I don't know the exact mile an hour, but I know he went 9.4s in that truck. Now and it was like a 454 stroker in it. Now he got rid of that 454 stroker, put a 422 Whipple supercharged, like Whipple, like I have, a built 422 that used to be in Matt's old Whipple truck, and he's building the complete suspension, rear. He's already got a built trans from Sipple in there, so that truck is going to be nasty. Built 9-inch rear. I know he's doing a 9-inch. And like Jason DeRay has got a completely built 9-inch rear, and he's got a Hellcat transmission in his. He's the fastest 4th gen Ram right now at 9.4 also. But he was having issues, and he still ran 940. So he's got, both of these guys are going to have 8-second trucks. Hands down, definitely going to have an 8-second truck, no issues. Fast trucks, but like I said, you have to, for them to put that power down without breaking stuff, they're spending a lot of money doing customization and all types of other stuff to get just basically, like I said, where the TRX is from the factory. That's what's great about that. And you can't really get, like me, if I have issues on breaking the rear, because once I decide, like the next upgrade I want to do is the built trans. So we're going to go built trans next, and then we're going to go from there and turn it up and see how much we can take before, you know, axles break or the pinion breaks. So that's the plan with that. And once we go there, we'll figure out, maybe get some upgraded axles and then start going from there, or possibly just literally throwing in a Dana 60 rear and sending it, because the Dana 60 rears and the Ram TRX, it's an SRT10 Ram, so I'm pretty sure we can get a Dana 60 in here and really being able to show the potential of what this truck can do once we like fully turn it up on race gas, put the smallest pulley on, built rear, built trans, built everything. This truck is, the 4-door truck is it's gonna be nasty. But yeah. So basically, guys, that's basically what my comparison is from my built truck to a bought truck, I guess you could say. And there are some fast TRXs out there. Some of them are running mid-9s full weight. So it's not like you can't, you know, they're from the factory, they're fast, and that's it. No, they're fast. You know, there's gonna be TRXs in the 8s at that big heavy weight. So I love them trucks. Nothing against, obviously, them trucks. I wish I had one. I wish I had, like, this is a race truck, and I would turn this into a complete race truck, and I would daily a TRX. That would be my, you know, because it's a nicer vehicle. It's overall much nicer than mine. But, you know, my biggest thing over them is my engine and Whipple. Now, once you get that 3.0 Whipple on them, and they do belt motors and stuff like that, yeah, they can potentially make more power. But my biggest advantage is my weight difference. And, like, even if they rip out all the seats and stuff, they're still going to be much heavier. And I do it. I'm going to be 700-800 pounds lighter just in general because I have a lighter vehicle. It is what it is. I also have a quad cab compared to the big-ass 4-door, the big crew cabs that are out in the new 5th gens. They're heavier. It's a heavy truck. But, yeah. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We are going to be at Cecil County Dragway this Saturday to get some passes in. Weather's looking really good, so really hoping for some deep level 11s. Possibly crack a 10. Possibly crack a 10 if the weather's right. We're not misfiring and we can dead hook. We'll see what we got, guys. I'm not going out there, you know, saying we're going to run this, but anything's possible. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Smash!